Hello everyone. In this video, you're going to see about what is cloud migration. But before knowing about cloud migration, definitely we should know about the cloud computing. So first, let's see what is cloud computing is. It is a general term for the delivery of hosted services over the internet. And cloud computing allows the customers to consume a compute resource such as a cloud server, storage, an application, or other IT resources through a cloud service platform via the internet. So, to get a better picture of what I'm explaining here, just imagine that you have your personal computers with you. So, in the personal computer, you have a processor and a hard disk to store and so many other hardwares to have which have so many purposes to run applications or to do something with your PC. What cloud computing is, we don't need to have these physical hardware devices with us, but we can consume the services that can be done with these hardware from a third party vendor. It means you don't have your hard disk, but you store it somewhere else in the internet, in someone else device. Likewise, to run an application or to host something, you need a server, but you don't have the server with you, but you are using someone else's server, which is in the internet. So we are using the services in the internet. This is called as cloud computing. We'll look into data centers. Most of you have watched some high-tech films or sci-fi films. So in that kind of films, you must have seen a room with so many electronic boxes where the lights are blinking. It has some kind of racks, and inside the whole room there is no people but only boxes, blinking boxes. So those kind of boxes are called data centers. So a data center is a facility composed of networked servers and storage that business or other organizations use to organize, process, and store large amount of data. So now let's see what is the difference between data center and cloud. A data center refers to an on-premise hardware that stores data within an organization's local network. So if you take your company, you might have seen this room with blinking boxes. That is called a data center. So mostly IT companies have this kind of setup because they need to run so many applications and they need to run their own employees' devices. So they have their own data centers. So these data centers are typically run by an in-house IT department.
See about cloud. So, not like data centers, the cloud is an off premise form of computing that stores data on cloud service providers' data center, which provides computing capabilities. So, they can use the same thing, but they don't need to physically have their own data centers. And cloud services are outsourced from third party cloud providers who perform all updates and ongoing maintenance. So, this just assume like you have your own data center, and if a server's hardware goes down, so then the on premise IT department employees should look after the hardware problems, as well as if the server go down, they have to fix the issue. But when you buy a cloud service, then you don't need to worry about any updates or any maintenance issues. Everything will be handled by the third party cloud providers whom you bought the service from.
So now I think you guys already can have a big picture about cloud. So now we'll look into cloud migration. Cloud migration is the process of moving data, applications, or other business elements from an organization's on-site servers to the cloud. So we are moving the data and the applications we run from our local servers or local device to the cloud. So we are migrating. So this is called cloud migration. Now we'll see, why do we need to migrate from the local data centers to a cloud service? The first point is cost. If you want to have your own data centers, it is going to cost a lot, because even a server at one server in a data center, it costs a lot. So if you want to have a data center, you want to buy so many servers, then sometimes for a startup company it won't be affordable. But in cloud services, you are going to pay for what you are going to use. So no need to pay extra for the hardwares they have. You are just going to pay for your service what you are getting. And the other benefit would be you will have 24/7 operations. You can work at any time. There's no time limit that the servers are up in this time, so you can only work in this time. There is no specific restriction. You can work as whatever time you want, 24/7. And you will be having people from different side of expertise to look after your storage and your backup and your virtualization and your network and your operating systems that you are getting through the services by the expertise in the other end from the cloud service providers. So you don't need to have people to maintain your servers. And also, you don't need to worry about the maintenance of the hardware. So assume if you have your own server and some hardware inside that is goes wrong, then you have to maintain that, you have to take care about that, you have to buy another new hardware. But when you use cloud, it's a benefit that you don't need to worry about any kind of hardware issues, because everything would be taken care by the service providers, as well as you don't need to worry about that your data will be deleted when one server goes down, because they will definitely have a backup of your data. And also you can get software services through internet. Like you can have so many softwares online, you don't need to download it, and you don't need to have locally have it in your devices. You can get that services through cloud service providers too. Let's see about cloud computing services and the providers. What kind of services they are providing? So cloud service is a service offered by cloud service providers which offers some component of cloud computing to other business individuals. So you have infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and platform as a service. So customers will purchase an increasing variety of services from cloud service providers today. So there are some top cloud computing service providers these days, and they have their own courses for the IT experts too. Amazon Web Service is a very famous service providers, and we have Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, IBM Cloud, Rackspace, Red Hat, and Oracle as well. In this picture, you can see how public cloud adoption and in the enterprise has been increasing in the year of 2019. So you can see most of the people are using AWS and Azure, and then you have Google Cloud, VMware Cloud on AWS, and the other services too. We mainly have three types of cloud migration technologies in AWS. We have Directly Connect and Storage Gateway, and finally we have the Snowball technology. Now let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing. If we first take the advantages, cloud computing have no flexibility. How? Just assume that you have purchased 100 GB storage from your cloud service provider, and you have used only 100 GB and now you want to extend it for 200 GB, then it can be easily done, because you are just going to buy it from them by giving some amount of money. But if you are trying to do this in the local hardware storage, it is going to cost you a lot, and it is not as much as flexible. Then the disaster recovery is also easy in cloud computing, because if we have mistakenly deleted something, then the service providers will definitely have a backup, so then we can easily recover it. And also we don't need to worry about the operating system updates. It can be automatically done by the service providers, and easy administration and zero maintenance cost, as I have said earlier, and increased collaboration. So if you want, we can collaborate with some other people via cloud too. And the most wonderful benefit is we can work from anywhere, because we are using some hardware which is invisible. Like the advantages, definitely for everything we'll have some disadvantages too. So in cloud computing, we have the disadvantage of internet dependence. So if there is no internet, nothing will work. And we have a vendor lock-in, and also we have limited control, because most of the things are managed by the service providers, and we will be having less security, because we are saving our data, our sensitive data, in someone else's database. So it is not as much as secured as we use the local data center.
So we have seen about what is cloud computing, and then we saw about data centers, and then we just discussed about what was cloud migration, and then we saw what are the advantage and disadvantage of cloud computing, and as well as we saw some examples of the cloud computing service providers. So now I think you have got a very good idea about cloud migration. So if you like our video, please subscribe our channel and give a small like to our channel. It would be a good and motivation for us to make more videos in this channel. Thank you for listening to the video. Bye bye.